Kiki was a young African girl, beautiful, and blessed with long soft hair that fell down her back like flowing silk. People always turned their heads when she walked past. Some admired her beauty, others feared her because they knew what she was capable of. From her teenage years, Kiki never liked dating young boys or men who were single. "No single boy can take care of me," she always said. She believed married men had more money, more maturity, and more experience. To her, a married man was a complete package. Started slowly. One married man noticed her at the market. He complimented her. He smiled back. That small smile changed something in her. She realized married men found her attractive, and she liked the attention. Soon Kiki made it her lifestyle. Everywhere she went, weddings, birthdays, bar lounges, offices, she targeted married men. She didn't care if they had wives. She didn't care if they had children. If the man was willing to follow her, she followed him too. She loved the gifts: phones, wigs, bags, shoes, perfumes, and money. But what she loved most was the power, the feeling of being wanted more than someone's wife. "Women don't appreciate their husbands," she would tell herself. "If they did, the men wouldn't come to me." But deep down, Kiki didn't choose married men because she wanted them. She chose them because she was afraid of a real relationship. Afraid of commitment. Afraid of heartbreak. Afraid of responsibility. It was easier to take men who already built their homes. Homes she didn't care about destroying. For years, Kiki's name became a nightmare among women in the town. Some wives called her the destroyer. Some called her the long-hair witch. Some even prayed for God to punish her. Men who once took care of their families suddenly became strangers. School fees were delayed. Food money stopped coming. Household bills piled up. Why? Because Kiki had taken their attention, time, and money. Sometimes wives went to confront her. One woman came crying, begging, "Please leave my husband alone. He doesn't sleep at home anymore." Kiki only smiled, flipped her long hair, and said, "Your husband is not a baby. If he didn't want me, he wouldn't be with me." Another wife walked into a restaurant and slapped her in public. Kiki fought back without fear. People separated them, but Kiki still laughed loudly as the woman walked away crying. To her, confrontation was normal. Insults were normal. Even fights were normal. Nothing scared her. Soon, Kiki became a legend of destruction. Married men whispered her name in excitement. Married women whispered her name in fear and anger. But life has a way of changing direction. Every road has an end. And for Kiki, that end came when she met Cece. Cece was beautiful. Not only beautiful, she was confident, elegant, and smart. She had caramel skin, long lashes, soft eyes, and a smile that made people comfortable around her. She was newly married to Ken, a calm and handsome man. Their marriage was less than 7 months old, and they were deeply in love. People admired them, a perfect union. But every good thing attracts trouble. One day Cece noticed Ken behaving differently. He came home late. He changed his perfume. He started hiding his phone. He slept facing the wall. When she touched him, he pushed her hand away gently, pretending to be tired. It didn't take long before Cece discovered the truth. Her husband was seeing someone, and that someone was Kiki. At first Cece tried to remain calm. She told herself it was a mistake that Ken would correct. She prayed. She tried to talk to him. She tried to be patient. But the more she tried, the deeper Ken fell into Kiki's trap. The man who once treated his wife like a queen started ignoring her. The man who promised her forever started spending weekends on business trips. Cece had heard stories about a girl who ruined homes. A girl with long hair and a proud smile. A girl married women feared. The same girl was now holding her husband. Cece decided she would not sit and watch her marriage crumble. She was not like the other wives. She was ready to fight. Cece met Kiki outside a supermarket. The girl was wearing tight jeans, a shiny wig, and red lipstick. She looked too confident, almost careless. Cece walked up to her. "Hello. I'm Ken's wife," she said calmly. Kiki raised her brows and smiled. "And so?" Cece swallowed her anger. "I'm asking you respectfully. Leave my husband alone." Kiki laughed loudly. "Your husband is not a robot. He came to me on his own." Cece felt pain in her chest, but she stayed calm. "You're destroying your own life," Cece warned. "One day you will meet someone who will not tolerate you." Kiki hissed. "You're wasting your breath." She walked away confidently, swinging her long hair. Cece stood there frozen. It was the first time someone insulted her so boldly. She went home crying, but she didn't give up. 2 weeks later, Cece found Kiki again. This time at a lounge where Ken usually went. Cece approached her table. "Kiki, I won't repeat myself," she said firmly. "Leave my family alone." Kiki looked at her drink and said, "Take your drama home. This is between me and your husband." This time Cece lost her patience. She grabbed Kiki's wrist. "Enough," Cece said. "You're crossing the line." Kiki snatched her hand away. "If you touch me again, I will beat you." People had to separate them. Cece left shaking in anger. Kiki left laughing. Ken later shouted at Cece for embarrassing him. That night Cece cried more than she had ever cried in her life. Something inside her broke. Cece decided she had had enough. This time she didn't go to talk, she went to fight. She met Kiki near a bar late in the evening. Before Kiki could speak, Cece slapped her. Kiki attacked back. They pulled each other's hair, pushed each other to the ground, kicked, punched, and fought until people separated them. Cece went home bruised. Kiki went home laughing once again. Nothing changed. Ken didn't stop seeing Kiki. In fact, the fight made him defend her even more. Cece reached her breaking point. Love can make a person gentle. Pain can make the same person dangerous. A dangerous version of Cece was rising. Cece could not sleep for nights. She stopped eating. She stopped smiling. She felt like her husband had been stolen from her. People gave her advice. Leave the marriage. Forget the man. Kiki is a curse. But Cece wasn't ready to lose. She wasn't ready to be defeated. One evening, after crying for hours, she made a terrible decision. A decision that would change all their lives. She bought a bottle of acid. She told herself she wasn't going to kill Kiki. She only wanted to scare her. She only wanted her to feel pain and stay away forever. Anger blinded her. Jealousy guided her steps. Heartbreak clouded her sense of judgment. She found Kiki walking with a friend. Cece rushed toward her, bottle in hand. Before anyone could react, she splashed the content toward Kiki's face. Kiki screamed. But lucky for her, she turned her face at the last second. The acid hit her left arm instead of her face. She fell to the ground crying in pain. Her arm burned. Her skin peeled. People screamed. The whole street became chaotic. Cece dropped the bottle and froze. Reality hit her. "What have I done?" she whispered. Police came immediately. Cece was arrested. Kiki was rushed to the hospital. The married men who once chased Kiki disappeared. Her beauty could not save her. Her arm was damaged permanently. She survived, but she was now handicapped. The life she once used to destroy others was now destroyed too. Cece was sentenced to 4 years in prison. Inside she cried every night. She regretted her action. She regretted letting anger control her. She regretted fighting for a man who didn't fight for her. Ken visited her only once, the day she was sentenced. After that, he disappeared for months. Shame kept him away. Guilt kept him silent. Cece spent her days cleaning floors, washing plates, praying alone, and thinking about the day she snapped. Prison changed her. It humbled her. It made her quiet. It made her wiser. Outside, Kiki's life took a dark turn. Her damaged arm scared men away. Married men stopped chasing her. Single men avoided her. Women who once feared her now pitied her. For the first time in her life, she felt powerless. She was forced to sit down and think about all the lives she destroyed. She finally understood the pain she caused others. The two women lived separate lives, both suffering from the same story. When Cece completed her sentence, she walked out of prison thinner, calmer and quieter. Ken was waiting outside. He looked nervous. She looked tired. "Cece," he whispered. She didn't say anything for a long moment. Then she said quietly, "After everything, you still came?" Ken nodded. "I failed you. I failed our marriage. I should have protected you. I should have stopped. I'm sorry." Cece cried softly. They hugged gently, not like lovers but like two people who finally understood their own mistakes. They went home together, ready to rebuild what was broken. But Cece had changed. She no longer fought for love. She no longer argued. She no longer chased anyone. She learned the hardest way that pain can push a person into darkness. And revenge can destroy both the offender and the victim. Ken worked hard to earn her trust again. Cece focused on healing. And slowly they grew stronger. As for Kiki, life humbled her too. Her injured arm never healed completely. She struggled to work. She had no steady income. No married man wanted to risk his marriage for her anymore. No young man wanted a woman with a known reputation. Her beauty faded. Her confidence died. Her long hair no longer made her feel powerful. She would sit by her window and watch other couples walk by, feeling pain she once caused others. Sometimes she whispered, "I should have changed before it was too late." Life gave her a lesson she never expected. The same lesson Cece learned, but in a different way. They were two women, both victims of their own decisions. Years later, Kiki and Cece met by accident at a pharmacy. Kiki looked thinner and weak. Cece looked healthier, calmer, wiser. Their eyes met. Kiki lowered her head. "I'm sorry for everything," she whispered. Cece nodded slowly. "I'm sorry too." It was not friendship. It was not reconciliation. It was understanding, the kind that life forces into people. Both women walked away carrying different lessons. Cece understood that no man is worth losing her peace. Kiki understood that beauty without character destroys lives, including her own. And in the end, life continued. Cece returned to her husband, grateful for healing. Kiki returned to her quiet home, learning to survive with one arm. Everything that happened became a story people whispered. The girl who ruined homes. The wife who fought too hard. The day acid changed everything. But the real lesson was simple. When you destroy other people's homes, life will destroy the things you love. And when anger controls your actions, it can destroy your future.